Hello, I'm back with the Oz Arab Media team, another episode of the Property Profile series where we give you access to experts in the lending, housing, and legal markets. Today, we're joined by Danny Chronopoulos from Yellow Brick Road. Danny, thank you so much for joining us today.
Shay, thank you for having me. Great opportunity.
It's great to have you here at the Oz Arab Media Studios. First time in our studio. Just want to ask you if you could kindly share a bit about your personal journey and your business journey.
Shay, I'll cut it down because, I've been around for a long, long time. So I started in the finance industry when I was 18, actually. I left school and went into a major bank. And from there, I learnt my trade. And then after 10 years, I went out on my own as a mortgage broker. And it was the best time I ever had, actually, to be honest with you. It gave me financial freedom. It gave me independence, being my own boss. And I've never looked back. And I've always been in the industry up until, my years now. And I'm heading, I'm not shy to say it, I'm heading to 60 years old. And you know what, I wouldn't change it. I love it, absolutely love it. So, that's me in a nutshell.
Thank you for sharing that. How would you describe the lending market and how it's changed over the years?
Well, interesting question. When I started, it was all paper. It was just unbelievable. You had paper everywhere in your office. The lending landscape has changed so much over the years and over the decades with technology. It has gone to a new level. When we look at how we process loans and how we look at loans, it's all run by technology, back office, front office, and it's taken a lot of emphasis away from us in regards to the paper and more on compliance, strategic, how the clients can fit into the marketplace.
Moving to more technical or detailed questions, what are the typical types of loans that customers would be familiar with, and how would you best describe each of their components?
Okay, look, there's a lot of variables within the marketplace at the moment, but your basic loans are your normal home loans, your investment loans, your business loans, your commercial loans, construction loans, but let's not forget the refinance factor as well. Your well-being, doing your home loan health checks. That's a very important place within the market to be able to look after your clients and your existing clients moving forward. Here at Yellow Brick Road, we offer solutions to people's questions rather than, let's look at the product, let's look at the solutions that fit within your guidelines and try and tailor that product, into a loan for you.
You talked about a mortgage health check. Mortgages. Talk to me about the main components of a mortgage and hidden costs.
Okay. Technically today, with mortgages, there is not a lot of hidden costs, all right? Especially, talk to a Yellow Brick Road, broker, there's no cost associated to talk to us in regards to your finance. What you've got to be careful of, and what a lot of people are not sure of, is when they go for a loan, what are the hidden costs? Really, the hidden cost, if there's an application fee, if there's a monthly fee, if there's lender's mortgage insurance, and people get confused with that because they think that it's an insurance that covers them, but it's an insurance that the bank requires if you borrow over the 80% of the property value. So, you've got to be just a little bit savvy and do your homework as well and understand, but that's what we're here for, all right? We're here to educate you, and that's the key word, educate. Educate in how we're going to help you with the process of finding a loan and show you what the costs are. And if we do our job right, the costs are very minimal. I mean, very minimal, nearly zero at some stages, depending on the lender. It always depends on the lender.
So we spoke about the education piece, and at Yellow Brick Road, definitely can see that shining through your services, the education piece, access and quality and reliability. Now, recently, Yellow Brick Road published a study on the impact of the rate rises in 2022 and 2023, the impact on homeowners and their social and financial well-being. Could you share the top insights and recommendations from that report?
Okay, yes, we are very, very active on the social side. We have many aspects on our internet, on our intranet page, and within YBR itself. If you go into ybr.com.au, you'll actually see what we offer.
If we can deep dive on what you've just said about creating that education piece, helping people to understand how to read the market, can you share more details?
Yes, within our social aspect of what we do at Yellow Brick Road, we had campaigns, at Fair Go campaign, Help the Mate campaign, which we try and educate, and we've given away hundreds of thousands of dollars, all right, to help people get within the marketplace. This brings us the opportunity to talk to a lot of people out there and then educate them and help them at the same time with what's going on within the marketplace, because it's difficult. Social gatherings, social media, social effects, within our lifestyle is major. Never used to be like that, Shay. It never used to be like that. And I'm finding as I get older that the landscape is just under 360 on us, and I find that it's getting more and more difficult to be able to get into the property market if we do not help and educate our younger, middle-aged and older generation, because the older generation need help as well, and then we have products to do that.
And that brings you to your point about a health check.
Correct.
So
Correct.
Did you want to talk more about how Yellow Brick Road provides that health check?
100% I do. I've been waiting for this question. It's really important, and I say this with with hand on heart, that everyone needs to do a health check on their loan, every year, or at least in between the first and third year, because if you don't, you end up being like a racehorse with blinkers. You just pay your mortgage and move on, and your lender's not going to say anything, because you're just paying your mortgage and they're happy and they're making their interests, But that's where we come in. We come in and educate and say, hey, listen, we need to talk to you. You've had your mortgage now for 14 months. There's been a lot of changes within the network, within the lending space, and the lenders and their criteria, and it's about time you need to come in and talk to us. All right. So we sit down, we analyse what they have, we analyse their current position, we see their existing lender, what they have with the existing lender, what rate they're on. Interest rate's very important. All right. First interest rate and then product alignment with the interest rate. So once we look at all that, then we'll talk to the client and we'll say to them, now, we have an opportunity. This lender here has a better product and a better interest rate, and you can save yourself 0.5% or 30 points. Now, on $1 million mortgage, that's a lot of money, all right? And that helps. We talk about social, we talk about well-being, we talk about extra money in your pocket, whatever it is, and that's what we do, all right? So we offer solutions. We're a boutique, brokerage firm. Yellow Brick Road is a wonderful firm. All right? Mark Burros is a great leader, and we want to portray us as the mortgage broker of choice. So when you think of your home loan, you think of Yellow Brick Road, and you talk to us, because our service is free. Take advantage of that. Come in and talk to, and we are good at what we do. All right? We are great at what we do, actually, and we can give you those solutions that you need to be able to save money and move forward with your life. And then we'll be back in touch within that 3 years again. And that's basically it. There's no magic to it. It's just us being conscientious about our client. We want to offer the best of the best in what we can do for them.
Bit of a tricky question now. Many people say that the property market is actually skewed to those people already in it. Often underlooked are the people struggling, finding their way and navigating their way through generational or financial instability. What does Yellow Brick Road offer for people looking for that advice?
That's a great
to crack
question.
into the market?
Oh, great question. It is difficult, and if anyone says it's not, then you have to really have a second look at them, all right? Because, like I said, from when I was broking, and what I see now, the young generation and even the middle class generation will struggle to get into the market if they don't have a proper, basically a proper analyst on their life and their savings. All right, so they need to have a budget in place. They need to start thinking about what they want to do. all right, and where they want to achieve. Because if they don't do that, it's going to be very hard, because the lenders, they're changed from my day to what it is today. The guidelines have changed, the serviceability levels have changed, and how they portray a loan, and how they, how the clients can afford to have a loan. Right? They look at everything. They look at all your expenses. They go through and analyse everything about you. All right. So it's like going to a doctor when you do a medical checkup. That's what happens when you go for a home loan now. All right. It's the same. All right. There's no tricks to it. All right. And that's where we come in. All right. That's where we come in to help you, to educate you. If you don't fit within the guidelines today, let's make you fit within the guidelines within 6 months, all right? So we put a plan in place to help you do that, because you do have to show savings. The younger generation too, with the credit acts and the credit laws and your credit score, they can work against you if you haven't had opportunity to go out and buy something and you've got a low credit score because, you haven't been out and active. They can work against you with some lenders, all right? Some lenders, look at the whole proposal and analyse it. Instead of analysing it as a computer, they analyse it face to face. It's hand, paper, and we look at it, all right? And which is a good way to do it, all right? It doesn't happen a lot today, all right? So at the end of the day, we have to help and educate, because if we don't do that, it's going to be hard, all right? And it is hard, and I see it. I see it every day, and I feel for a lot of people, and I feel for the younger generation. I saw my daughter go through it, and we had to help as parents. And this is what happens today, the younger generation need the help of the parents, whether it's a deposit, whether it's security against their existing parents' home, or whether it's equity within the parents' home. There's a lot of ways we can help the first homeowner and anyone get into the property market, as long as they have some support, or they have a decent deposit, or they have great parents.
Thank you for sharing that very genuine and open advice, and definitely something that a lot of people need given this time of the year and looking ahead as well with all the interest rate rises. Now, tricky question, I guess, but in all of your years of experience, what's one personal piece of advice or personal mantra that you'd share with us here at Oz Arab Media about lending and property?
Okay, another great question.
You have to stick to one.
One, all right. I love property, all right. Education, all right. Do your homework, all right. It's very important. When it comes to property and buying a property, you need to do your homework. It doesn't matter what state it's in, all right, and you want to get into the property market, you need to do your homework. You need to investigate where you want to buy, what is happening within that area, what has caused the area to increase in value or decrease in value, because the city market is fickle, all right? We have properties, in the eastern suburbs that skyrocket. We have properties in the southwest that do the same, but deteriorate if there's a global problem within our world, which can affect the property prices. So if you don't do your homework, you can get burnt, all right? And I've seen it, all right? So been in the game a long time. I've seen the troughs, I've seen the GFCs. I've seen the wave. I've seen the wave come and go and hurt a lot of people. So it's homework.
Looking beyond this year, what are your predictions for the lending market, particularly given the advancements in technology and tools like AI? Look,
AI is unbelievable. We had Chat GTP, and everyone was going berserk on that, and checking it out and using it. And now AI is a great system if you use it properly. All right, and we are looking at that in the mortgage space, in the lending space, and all the lenders are looking at it, because it gives us time. It actually gives us more time to be able to sit with the client and work with them to find the best solution for them. So for us, it's an opportunity, in our industry, and we're looking at, like I said, we're looking at it very heavily, because we want to involve AI within our practices, and we're starting to do that now, and we're finding that the time that it's given us, because of the technology and the behind the scenes, we got a lot more time to spend with our clients to be able to offer that personal service. So I love it. I love it.
and it's gonna stay.
It's not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere.
No. When it comes to technology, AI, whatever you want to use, the lending platforms, what the lenders have, it helps us, with governance, with serviceability, with credit, reliance, with fraud. It helps us with everything. So it's here to stay.
Thank you for joining us here on Oz Arab Media. It's great to have you share such valuable insights. For anyone looking to get in contact with you or the team at Yellow Brick Road, what would you suggest them to do?
Jump on our website, ybr.com.au, and it's all there, all right? You'll be able to hook up with everyone, all right? We have a great team, all right? If you want to deal with me direct, I'm on there. You can find me. If not, 0418 403 801, call Danny, all right? And I'll put you in touch with the right person.
Thank you so much, Danny. Until next time, take care. And for all those tuning in, stay inspired.
Shay, thank you for the opportunity. Loved it. Thank you.
Thank you.